Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another speed build. So for today's build, we're actually going to be building an underground bunker. Now this bunker is going to be for George Cahill, and I'm probably saying his last name really wrong, but yeah. So this will be for George Cahill and it'll be for my Rebuild StrangerVille project that I'm starting. So this is basically kind of like my Rebuild StrangerVille project is like my Rebuild Willow Creek project and Rebuild Windenburg project and all of those kind of projects that I have running in their own separate playlists and everything on the channel. And basically they're kind of like the little mini series or whatever, like mini build series that I have going, where I'm rebuilding all of the worlds for the save file that I am working on. If you guys are new to the channel, you probably don't know this, but I am working on rebuilding all of the worlds in The Sims 4, so every world that we've gotten with every expansion pack and everything. So those rebuild, projects that I have are kind of just me separating them up world by world. So that you guys know for which world which build is, and all of that kind of things, and so that I can have different hashtags on the gallery for every world and all of those kind of things. But yeah, this will be going in my save file. So basically I left the plain layout on top. The old Penelope is what the gurus called his plane, this plane crash. And yeah, so I basically left the plane crash alone on top. I didn't move any of the plane pieces around. Like the layout that the plane is in, I left that as it is in game, but I completely rebuilt his like little bunker area downstairs. I made it bigger. I actually made it bigger. He now has a separate kitchen and dining area, a separate like living room. He has his bedroom, a bathroom. Then he also has kind of like a secret, not secret, but like a study area where he has some monitors and all of those things, but I'll get to that in a second. Then I also gave him like an underground greenhouse with a hidden glass roof. You guys will see me put that in later, but basically I put down a grass roof on the floor, actually on the ground, and then I had it be open to the basement, and then I kind of just hid it with a tree and some plants and stuff so you guys can, so you can't really see it. I mean, if you know what's there, then obviously you can see it, and it's not really that well hidden, but in my mind, in my head, the Sims can't see it. You can see it, but in my mind the Sims can't see it because it's hidden, in air quotes. But yeah, so this is his bunker. It turned out to be just under 70,000 simoleons, so yeah, it's definitely not cheap. But I didn't pay attention to what I was using when I built this. I just built it, and I just tried to make it look kind of like, the furniture, like he could have put the furniture together himself. So like these kitchen cabinets and counters, for example, they look very kind of like handcrafted, I suppose. So that's kind of what I went for the rest of the build as well, kind of things that I figured he would be able to either build himself, or that he would maybe have picked up at a flea market or a junkyard and he's just like restored it, and things like that. Also maybe things that he might have gotten from the plane, before, that he maybe had on the plane. So like his bed is the new bed from the StrangerVille game, from the game pack, and I figured that might have been like a bed on the plane that just survived the crash that he's now just using in here. And basically it's not all that realistic, but I mean, it's The Sims, so like, yeah, how far can you really stretch like the realism aspect of it? For example, I wanted to put a fireplace down here because I have like the vent upstairs on the plane. Actually, I put it on the plane, like the chimney, I guess. I couldn't think of the word there for a second, but the chimney I put on the plane actually, so that it looks like it could be part of the plane, or that he built it up through the plane. And I figured I was going to put a fireplace here, but then I thought, I can't see him building a fireplace underground, so I just put in this little fake fireplace that he has some candles in, and a little TV, and you know, I think that's a not a megaphone. I can't remember what it's called, but like the old music player that still plays records and stuff. Yeah, so that he has there. And he's kind of like, the style that I went for him was kind of a mix between like a really old, kind of like he's a little bit stuck in the past, you know, with the tiny TV and like the really old stereo, and you know, some of the paintings and things that he has up on the walls and stuff, and also the furniture style. It's kind of a cross between like really old-fashioned and really like industrial slash, I don't know, rundown kind of whatever. Like that rug, for example, it looks like a really old rug, but it's very like run down and worn out and things like that. But then he also has, in that little study area that I put in, he has that listening device that came with the pack where you can bug people and listen in on their conversations. Yeah, I figured he would be into doing that, so he has that station. He also has in that room a laptop with, I think I put in like 3 monitors, but I didn't use like the flat screen TVs that we usually use to make like a triple monitor setup for PCs. You know, I think you guys have seen me do it if you've been on the channel for a while, and you've probably seen a lot of other people do it as well, where we'd size down those tiny flat screens and we'd put it on either side of a computer to make it look like your computer had 3 monitors. But for him, I actually used 2 of those little old TVs, not those tiny ones that I have, that tiny one that I have in the living room, but just the one, you know, I think it's one up from it in the catalog, so like the next more expensive one, I guess. I used those, and I actually put them on either side of his laptop, so it kind of looks like he has triple monitors if he wants to hook up his laptop to it, but they're very old monitors. So again, playing into the whole, maybe he's still using like, you know, technology from like the 90s or something. So yeah, those looks like those really old computer monitors that we used to have with the whole backside on them and everything. I know growing up, my mom had one of those, and I still remember it clear as day. It was white, and yeah, I don't know, it was just, for some reason this place made me think of that. And yeah, he also has, in that room, he has a game console that I didn't think it would be a game console in my head. I figured it would be kind of like the modem or the box for the PC, so you know, but obviously in the game it's just a game console. And I think I gave him a Lindsay speaker as well. I figured again that would probably be like a box for a PC. It would be like where, you know, the PC part of it. I'm not making any sense. This just goes to show you how little I know about PCs and technology as a whole. I mean, I know like the general terms of things, but don't ask me to name you something on the spot, because I will not be able to do it for the life of me. But yeah, going away from me being very untechnologically savvy, I actually gave him a dog. So that's why you guys will have noticed that I put some dog things around. I put a large dog bed and some toys and food bowls and all of that. I actually gave him a dog, so in my save file he will have a dog. And I think his dog is a border collie, I believe I gave him. Yeah, I gave him a border collie dog, and I think, yeah, I called the dog Rover. And Rover is actually an elder as well, so like George, you know, they're older, you know, they're an older dog. Maybe they were maybe Rover was a service dog, and maybe they served in the army as well, or the military, I guess, like George did. But yeah, they lived together in this little underground bunker, and I figured, you know, he might be pretty lonely down here all by himself. And you know, his backstory says that he's not really friends with anyone in town and all of that, so I figured he would probably have a dog. And since he used to explore the world after his retirement and stuff, I figured, you know, it would be a really cute idea to think that maybe he took Rover with him on all his like adventures and flying around the world. And I can totally see this picture of this like retired pilot with his dog and his plane just, you know, flying from continent to continent, and you know, all of that stuff. It's just a really fun picture that I had in my head. So yeah, he does have a dog. But yeah, this build is actually up on the gallery if you guys want to download it. And it's up on the gallery under the hashtag Rebuild StrangerVille. And it's also on the gallery under the hashtag ChrissieYork, or under my gallery ID, which is just ChrissieYork. And I will also leave a download link in the description if you guys want to download it from like the online gallery, if that's easier for you. But yeah, I have been getting a few questions from people asking if, you know, this build or that build or whatever is up on the gallery, and all of my builds are up on the gallery. If you guys have seen it on the channel and you've actually watched the video, I always upload my builds to the gallery, unless, you know, in the video I say something like, oh, I lost, you know, this build, or, you know, this has custom content in it, so it's not on the gallery, or something like that. But if it's just a normal build where I only use in-game content, chances are like 99.9% of the time my builds are already up on the gallery. I don't even wait until the video goes live before I upload things. I usually upload them as soon as I'm done building them, otherwise I will forget. So yeah, that's the way I do it normally. So if you guys see anything on the channel that you want to download, they're on the gallery. It's on the gallery. My sims, on the other hand, a lot of the time I create sims that use custom content, so they will be up on the gallery, but you will have to turn on the custom content filter so that you can see them. But yeah, I don't know anything else to tell you guys. Basically, we're almost to the end of the build. I tried to keep a lot of the landscaping kind of similar, since I really like the way the landscaping was done on this, you know, this lot to begin with. I just added some things to it and made it feel a little bit more homey. But yeah, I hope you guys like this build and that you like the way it turned out, and I hope you're all having an amazing day. And yeah, stay tuned for another video coming up tomorrow. And yeah, that's basically everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys!